Hello, everybody, and welcome to another quarterfinal matchup in Trueloque's wonderful intermediate tournament. Tonight we've got for you guys Wizsanji versus AHY6UT. I don't know if this guy's got a special way to pronounce that or what. But yeah, Wiz versus AHY, and the winner, as we can see on the brackets, moves on to play me. So isn't this cool? We get a nice little best of seven tonight between Wiz and AHY. Get a little bit of a scouting report. Hopefully, have some good games, and I'm kind of excited. Wiz is kind of my buddy. He's kind of like my illegitimate son that lives in New Zealand. Played with him quite a bit. AHY, I'm not so don't quite know who he is other than he's from Russia. Um, of the two players, Wiz is probably a little bit better, but he plays primarily Aranos. I think HY plays primarily Egyptian, and Aranos doesn't necessarily play well into Egyptian, so that will maybe even it up a little bit. But I would think that Wiz will end up winning. Wiz did get first in his group with a 6-2 record. His group kind of had a little bit of activity issues. AHY got second in his group behind Mage. So yeah, I think Wiz will win, but you never know. The reason why the reason why you don't quite know is because it's the intermediate tournament, and one problem with intermediates is that they tend to be inconsistent. So you might have somebody that can play a couple good games and then the next time play a couple bad games. So we don't know who wins, but up my voice volume. Okay, well, let me figure that out. Sometimes things move themselves. So I upped it a little bit. Does that work for you, Ozone? A little bit more? You sure? Are you just messing with me? All right. Hopefully it's good now. So we are going to dive into game number one. I'm going to hope we can get to all 7 of the games tonight. Hopefully we don't have any marathons. Okay, game number one. I don't know if there are 7 games. I got 7 recorded games here. My source, as you know, always gives me the full set. So we'll see. Blossom Goose, Ozone, nice to have you guys. We're going to dive into game number one. Should be on Savannah. Aranos versus Set. Okay, so pretty much what I was expecting. Is this the coolest? This isn't a noob tournament, man. Ooh, using the vision right away. So he uses the vision right away to try to figure out where to send his priest to empower. And we're seeing a starting double rhino, but you'll want to hunt those. He was kind of probably hoping to see more rhinos or lions or an elephant to convert, and should be getting hunting dogs running around because the rhino can't run very fast. Well, they actually can run fast, they just can't handle corners very well because, oh, watch out. Oh, there you go. He's good. Yeah, because of their larger obstruction radius, they can't quite handle curves quite as well as the skinny little Villies can. And we got Wiz up here too. He's kind of getting at I like this. A little bit of path blocking. You see this? This is why I like Wiz. That path blocking with the goat to save his Villy. I like it. Savannah, Aranos versus Set. Oh, here's the elephants right here that he wants to get at, and it should be okay. 2 elephants over here. If he could find these elephants, oh, they're in view now. As soon as this guy is in view, AHY should come over here and convert. That's a huge, high value animal to convert. I mean, if you want to use it as like kind of an attack animal, it takes a ton of damage, but you also, when you convert it, you're taking 750 food from the opponent, and then if you want to hunt it, you're getting like almost 600 off of the thing. 550 maybe, but it's a lot. So with this series here, the players are going blind pick. Oh, lose your hyena like that. You don't want to do that. Which means that going into the game, they don't know which god the other player's picking. Now, the map set itself is chosen ahead of time, so it should be... we should see Savannah, Medit, Watering Hole, Anatolia will be the first 4. So this is Savannah. Aranos versus Set. It's actually a pretty even matchup, Aranos v Set. Against kind of lower skilled players, though, the pre-siege as Set can really do a lot of damage. But I think Wiz is good enough to kind of withstand that. So generally what you'll see here is both players will kind of try to go for some early potential pressure. You would maybe see AHY trying to do like an early shift, which looks like that's what he's going to be doing. He's getting his tempo up pretty quick. Probably has pretty close to age up. Oh no, he still needs 140 food. You get enough of it off of this Rhino here. Still got 350 left off of that. But yeah, he'll probably try to advance almost this next one, maybe. Needs 130 yet. Because then maybe do like an aggressive shift. Ooh, a 430 advance. That's maybe a little bit slow. Almost like he has too many fills on gold right now. Yeah, now he's kind of force dropping to get his... Yeah, it'll be right at 430. And Wiz would probably be pretty similar to that as well. He should be aging up after this. Yeah, so 433. So I don't know what this scouting here. Oh, we did see. Okay. He did move over to the elephants, so he didn't notice. Hello, Kevin. Good to have you aboard. This is game 1 of our best of 7. And Wiz going very far forward. He's going to want to put a manor here. To watch out for like that aggressive shifting sand. So like as soon as that's definitely, yeah, AHY is definitely going for the aggressive shifting sand. That's why he's pumping out all these priests. So when we see 430, he's going to try to do a shift and get on some vills. But the problem is right now he actually doesn't have vills scouted. He's going to have to rely on this giraffe, which moves so slowly and will probably not be able to, I mean, initially be able to gold starve, but not for long. So, oh, he's doing a Vill rush. Okay, so he's doing a straight up Villy rush. And Valor up here, which could, well, come on, okay. Villy rush. And Wiz really isn't prepped for this, and okay. Doesn't want to lose his vills. Okay, am I rooting for Wiz? Yes, but let's take a look at this and see what's happening. So, Vill Rush should take down the town center, but it's not necessarily over after that. A decent Aranos can kind of survive it. You get Shockwave to kind of further delay. Just needs to be careful not to lose citizens. That's always what you want to avoid doing. But oh, watch out for this. So, just in time. So no citizens dead yet. Does have the oracles coming. Oh. Okay, one citizen dead. She was kind of in a bad spot. Wiz could have maybe prepared for this a little bit better just by building his buildings next to his town center. We'll lose his oracles now. So he doesn't actually want to grab a town center right away. What he has to do is make a little bit of an army. And yeah, we're getting a barracks, counter barracks. Wiz does have a lot of... He's actually got quite a bit of resources. And oh, this is not good. AHY should be getting the gold to take the town center. The only way he can win if he does this is if he manages to completely starve Wiz. And he got fortunate. Wiz should have been able to see this though and realize that these units were all coming. Needs to kind of separate his units here. So the Gazelle are slowing down the units, and because they're all walking in a group, they're all getting slowed. This one Villy is almost dead. Okay, we'll fight back. Yeah, I don't think this is going very well for AHY. Well, he is still making Vills on the back end. Wiz needs to find his other mana or something. He's got 2 Vills here though yet. And does have some units coming. Okay, alright. Oh, but he gets the hero on the Vill that's like almost dead. Does get the... Okay. Boy, these Vills... Actually, this is now not going so well for Wiz. Lost a lot of units. He really should have just kept his... Probably his Villy... He just needed to separate him better. Because he'll probably end up losing these 3, and once he loses that, it's kind of over. Because he saw these units coming at him. He saw this enemy troop coming at him. Does lose, yeah, Villy there. 1 got away. And he didn't separate his citizens. So what he needed to do was like spread a couple like he did here this way, a couple up top, and then maybe a few this way. Instead, they all got caught right here. And then he had the march of like the 5 citizens come down this way. And needs to watch out for this Villy. I don't know what is path blocked or something. And that's another Vill dead. Okay. Did kill the Pharaoh. That was kind of what he was going for here. But in the back end, AHY is still actually making quite a few Villies. He kept enough behind to get what he needed. And we still have seven priests. Yeah, at this point, I think Wiz has just lost too many Villies. He didn't do a good enough job of saving them. And he's got this one that's practically dead. So the Vill Rush ends up being victorious. HY, I don't know. Oh, he's going to come forward and hunt, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know where these Vills are going. This is a little bit peculiar. HY should like heal up all his Villies that are almost dead. Like he's got a bunch of them. I guess AHY is just figuring he can kind of like all in here and finish off all of Wiz's buildings. At this point, it doesn't matter. Wiz just lost too much. And now we'll scout out these. The priest could knock this Villy off. Yeah, at this point, Wiz just lost too much, and it's like he didn't actually like prep for the Vill Rush, and that's game 1. So game 1 goes AHY. Really, you look at it and you're like, it's really overpowered, the Vill Rush. It actually, the problem with Wiz is here, is that his forward, he had 3 oracles up here. He valored his oracles up here. When if he has them back here at his base, that completely, he kills quite a bit more. It would kill the he'd kill the Wadjet and probably the priest, or the Pharaoh, which would really help. And then the other main mistake was keeping all his Vills at the same spot, so that when AHY's kind of death cluster of Villies plus priest showed up here, Wiz had 4 of his citizens go idle and basically did nothing the rest of the game. So he kind of needed to spread them out, you know, a few over here, gold up here, but he didn't. So AHY starts off the series with a rush against Wiz. So, do I know the Libertine style? No, I don't. Is there what is the Libertine style? Somebody asked earlier, do I want Wiz to win? 0 TC. So here's the thing. So the winner of this plays me. Historically, I've always played a lot better against Egyptian. I have a ton of experience playing Egyptian. Not so much against Uranos. I've never been as good against Uranos. Do remember, no spoilers. We don't know the results. So, like, for me, advancing, if AHY advances, I'd be pretty much confident that I would go to the finals. Because I can beat other Egyptians, and I think pretty easily. But Uranos, I struggle against Uranos. So for my point, winning the tournament or advancing would be better if AHY advanced, but I like Wiz because he's my bud, so it'd be nice to see Wiz advance and maybe us have a little bit of a battle, but I think I would lose to Wiz. But we'll see. Game number 2, Aranos versus Set. And yes, now we are on Watering Holes, so it's the same gods. I would assume that we'll see Wiz kind of prepping for a Vil Rush this time. So probably we probably won't see a Vil Rush. It'll be more of a kind of a standard, a 2 town center grab, and maybe an aggressive rush with shifting sands with just priest, pharaoh, and like free animals. But see, now this is what you should always do against Setter Egyptian as an Atlantean, is put your buildings next to your town center, because now this portion here can't be attacked by a Vili. And then what you would do is you would even put a temple on another side, and then even a manor if you really wanted to on another side. So had a few new guys roll in. Red Vance, Carlo, Loki, Rush is here. So we are on game 2. Did I give the right person the score? Yes, I did. So AHY with a very quick game 1 win, which is good for me. Quick games are better because then I won't be up until like 12. So yeah, AHY saved vision this time. You don't really need to use vision quite so much in Watering Hole because you know there's always going to be quite a bit of hunt in the middle. So the hippo is actually a really high value. Pretty quick animal to convert. Also gets you 300 food, and then is also pretty strong. So you'll probably hasn't quite got that elephant yet. Okay, sees these 2 elephants. With this map, with all the hunt, it probably is slightly favored towards Set, or maybe a little bit more than slightly, but Aranos can still do stuff here. But yeah, Set versus Aranos is not super easy for the Aranos, but the Aranos can win it. Are you going to see me play tonight? No. With this being a best of 7, I'm anticipating it'll take about 2 hours, which will put me pretty close to 11:30. And I'll have to go to bed. So we'll see. This determines, whoever wins this kind of determines when I might play my next tournament games. Alright, now he is moving over to the elephants here. You can't see my beautiful face. Yeah, I prefer just when I'm casting, just keep it all about the game and the players. And picks off the hyena. All right, and gets on the hippo. Looking at the map, we've got actually a pretty decent back gold mine for Wiz here. It's kind of protected by this town center, and AHY does have a pretty defensive gold mine over here as well. Otherwise, he's actually got 2 really defensive gold mines. Yeah, well, I also like... I know, you guys like watching me play. You guys watch... Some people like watching me cast. I like doing both. It's kind of fun. But this is a little bit more interesting to me than even a normal cast, because I get to play the winners here. Yeah, what if I were AHY, what I would do... Do I think... They should be gathered. Yes, they should be able to gather from Set's animals they kill. Probably, but I don't think it's actually possible with the way it's coded. Yeah, AHY is definitely not doing a Vili shift this time with him sending these Vils. So what he's going to do is he's going to use vision, and he's going to do a shifting sands forward with a few priests, Wadget, free animals, probably the Pharaoh as well. And probably aim for right here, because there's a lot of Vilis here. And Shockwave doesn't affect heroes or animals, so... this could be bad. No, he's definitely going to shift. Yeah. And right here is... Really, as soon as the vision comes in, Wiz needs to move his citizens. Like right away. Oh, we're gonna make it. Okay. Losing 1 isn't terrible. We'll use Valor. Okay. But really, as soon as that vision hits, Wiz needs to be moving. Oh, he's going to try to get on the Pharaoh. If the Pharaoh dies, that's big. Oh, he could on Garrison. I would on Garrison and get it to... Oh, he tried. Just a little too late. The Pharaoh... Okay. Units kind of... He doesn't have much of an opening, though, does AHY on the rest of the base here. So he's actually not going to get much more value out of this. We should be making buildings on the back. And he is. And upgraded the towers. So that's the end of the aggression there. But this side does block off Wiz from his hunt. That's pretty big. Yeah, well, he had a manor. It just needed to be a little bit down. He didn't quite plan ahead. But now AHY will be grabbing the forward town center. That's pretty standard set play here. Yeah, only one loss, but you're right. These up here kind of took them a while to figure out where to go. And AHY is going to have a ton of animals to eat off of. I mean, just look at all this food source here. You get... It's crazy. And heroes don't really get a bonus. I mean, 3 elephants and more right here. This is 1,300... 2,600, over 3,000 hunt food that he's just going to be able to sit right here and eat off of. Wish should be grabbing maybe a second town center soon, because he really won't be able to push at all. Yeah, there's 6 here. And he'll be able to get 2 more. This is the power to set. You get that early advantage, you grab a forward town center, gives you map control, and then you convert animals, bring them into your town center, and now you are hunting for the rest of the game almost. Watering Hole can be Set's best map because of this. And there's even more elephants. There should be 2 more somewhere on the side. Well, maybe they aren't. Hippos instead, I guess. Yeah, Wiz should not... Wiz won't get any value out of these... this army. Because what's he gonna push? I mean, he can't push the hunt. He can't. And then, so what we'll probably see AHY do is he'll go up with a kind of a semi-quick heroic, and then maybe just do pre-siege. And that... at this point would probably win it for AHY. Oh, don't want to lose a priest here for... Oh, moves him just in time. Oh, is still making a lot of... Oh, I can't check resources. Still making a lot. What is my next tournament game? I do not know. And how about them Titans? Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about them. We'll see, though. They still got to win a bunch of... Oh, loses a Wadget? Oh... What does he need to win? Well, he needs to be grabbing a town center. Because he's not going to be able to push and do any damage. He needs a 2 town center. It's rough, though. This map is probably Set's best. He just needed not to lose this citizen. He should have reacted better. As soon as the vision's used, just knowing ahead of time, it was so obvious that these villies here were the target. They were away from the manor, you shift here. I'm actually surprised AHY only killed 1. He probably could have killed another with a little bit better path blocking. But yeah, losing that citizen, then there was a lot of idle time running all the way up here. Then he also loses out on hunt. And yeah, I was thinking that you could probably do a 3 town center. It looks like he's just doing 2. He's going to be aging up soon already. And I think we'll see a pre-siege. Maybe. Oh, but these slingers might get picked off here. Yeah. Really not sure why he even made these slingers. You're not really going to get any value out of them. I mean, what do you need? You don't need the slingers to defend anywhere. I mean, you still got all this animals to eat. But yeah, that's what Wiz does need to be. Since he has an army, he needs to be doing hit and runs. And he could actually he could actually kick AHY off of this gold mine here. And we'll pick off this slinger. And just waste, a complete waste of resources there. Does Wiz have that gold mine? He does. Did get that second town center built for him. Aging up. Yeah, he is maybe a little bit slow in aging. Oh, Wiz isn't going to find this, though. It would be nice if he could have pressured this and found it. But, oh... He might have had line of sight of these vills running up here. I think he did with this oracle. He might actually kill like 5 or 6 of these vills. Because, yeah, if he noticed, he should have seen these villies coming. And that... Oh... I think he might be thinking they retreated. So he's not sure where they went. So he's splitting up his army. And now he sees. Okay, so he spots them. Should respond by sending everything down. Or over. Yeah, I think he thought maybe they came back down to get, like, twirled around here or something. But, okay, elephants. Siege. Wiz is going to have a hard time pushing past this. But all he has to do is kind of kite here. And he does have shockwave. So, as long as he's not screwing this up here. I would use shockwave to kill these villies, probably. I would shockwave him. Or do a little bit better. Needs to run all the way in and then shoot. I would have shockwaved that. He might be saving it for the push, though. Yeah, he should have... He could have done a lot better with that. Oh, and now he's shooting at the wall instead of the fill. There he goes. Okay, but we're going to see this push. We'll see Ancestors being used soon, and Wiz is going to need to run his Hero Terma back now. Because Ancestors will be used. I'd like to see another Scorpion Man coming out. Oh man, see, there's so much Wiz could be raiding too, but he has to come back with his heroes. Where are these vills going? Trying to come up here. Up Hyperion. Okay. Actually a very good choice here. Might as well just chaos before Ancestors gets used. Like, I would do it now. Ooh, Satyr in the wrong spot, though. He should have chaos faster, because now the Scorpion Man will target his units. He also lost that Satyr without any value out of it. Alright, so now the Scorpion Man is still targeting. Okay, losing a lot of units here and trying to run his heroes back. Alright, now the Scorpion Man is doing what Wiz wanted. Okay, Shockwave to get a little bit of distance here. Should be able to kill these. Not a lot of siege here, actually. I think Wiz will be able to hold this. Just needs to be careful with his villies. That he's not losing them. And will they be able to get at this siege fast enough now is the question. I think maybe. You do have that elephant though. Okay. Two siege towers down. It really should have saved the shockwave for the siege towers here. Okay. Oh, if you can hurry up and repair, you might be able to save it because this elephant's almost dead. Oh no. Oh, that could be the difference right there. I feel like he should have saved the shockwave for this siege. Oh, that was so close too. But I think that probably does it. Well, I mean, we still got the other siege coming in from the back. Okay, and that's GG 2-0. AHY. This is not quite going the way I thought it would so far. 2-0. Again, just the power of set. Yeah, Wiz, quite a few mistakes that he made, but AHY, good pressure, good shift, got what he needed. Got his town center. I mean, let's be real, it's pretty basic. But he's still Did what he needed to do to win. Resources, yeah, that's just the second town center. Wiz just, I needed to grab a second town center right away, and then raid afterwards. So build the town center first, and then do the counter racks. Yeah, that's Ragnarox is agreeing with me. You respond with the immediate town center, and then you get your tournament raid, because you didn't get any value with this tournament until pretty late. But we are going to move into game number 3, which should be on Medit. No, Alfheim. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's an Alfheim map. This might be out of order. I thought Medit is before Alfheim. Whatever. No biggie. So Alfheim. Well, there's not a sweep yet. This is a best of 7. So Wiz could still lose another game. Getting his hunting dog. So Isis versus Aranos. Isis. Yeah, I don't think AHY is a raw player, which is why you went Aranos or Isis here. We looking at the hunt amounts. Actually, decent hunt for Alfheim. A decent pack of deer. A decent starting pack of animals too. I think Wiz can beat Isis. Isis is all about that first initial push. Oh, what relic is he carrying? Villagers gather wood and gold faster. It sounds like a great relic, but research has shown that with the way animations work, the 5% buff is basically a 0% buff. So it's actually one of the most useless relics in the game. Otherwise, we've got walls are stronger, we've got line of sight for buildings, that's pretty good. And then we've got the trio of helpful monkeys, which aren't super great, but can be alright. I mean, you get 3 free scouts, essentially. You can place them at spots. So what will we see here? I would think we would see a 1 town center fast heroic from AHY. Could go with a pre-siege at that point, or a little bit more standard Ancestors Eclipse Migdal unit push with a few towers. It can kind of go either way as far as what the Isis wants. The Aranos would probably do some early initial pressure to try to push AHY into his base. So, you know, kind of come at some raids here. And then as soon as AHY moves into his base, then the Aranos grabs the back town center. And then just tries to defend the Ancestors Eclipse push. Whether it be Prestige Ancestors Eclipse or Ancestors Eclipse with Migdal units. The one thing I am noticing, though, is that Wiz's second gold mine is pretty poorly placed for him. This is his closest one, and he probably won't be able to get to that after AHY does his push. So Wiz might have to start thinking about maybe later on is sneaking a Vill up to one of these gold mines. Like even this one is super far away from Wiz. Could maybe put a wall here and kind of sneak the Vills in, but that could be that could hurt Wiz quite a bit, because I would assume AHY, once he pushes, will gain control of this, and then Wiz will have a little bit of a problem getting his gold. Oh, tried to wall in the Oracle with the Vill. Can he wall that off? Yeah, he can. I mean, he could put a wall here and a wall there, but if Wiz is on defensive, AHY would still be able to keep him off of it. I mean, you even can throw a few chariots right here, and now the villagers can't mine anymore. So that could be a bit problematic for Wiz, but we'll see. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. AHY6UT? That doesn't even make sense to me. How do you get that out of that word? Which isn't even a word. I guess maybe it's Russian. I don't know. Oh, why did he go up to this hunt? Did he not scout the bottom hunt? I mean, walking up to this hunt almost isn't even worth it. I mean, it's 450 food, but it's a little bit of a walk. Oh, yeah, Wiz is going up really fast. Oh, does Wiz know that these are here? I think he does. He's just trying not to get in line of sight of the unit. The problem is if he Valors up here, though, he's not going to get a Citizen Valored, and you really want your Citizen Valored. That's pretty effective early on until, you know, very end of the game where the heroes are inefficient. So Wiz is doing what I was saying, is that the Iranos wants to push the ISIS off of Hun as quickly as he can. I don't think he'll even kill the Pharaoh. I don't know why he sent everybody this way. Yeah. Now, what Wiz is doing is coming down to this side. Yeah, maybe that is. You're right. It was splitting it up does help. Because then he's still hunting down on this bottom part. I don't know if Wiz has a line of sight of... He does. So, okay. So Wiz is coming down here. He is forward building in the middle. So he will push AHY off of Hunt. AHY probably not even advancing too close. Yeah, about a 530 advance. It's pretty standard. So yeah, pushed off of Hunt. That's cool beans for Wiz. It looks like AHY will lose... Oh, she slipped through. She's a lot thinner than the Promethean. But we'll still lose this, and... Okay. We might see a shockwave here. I would do it. Ooh, Wiz is really... Oh... I'd definitely shockwave there to kill... You definitely would kill 2 with a shockwave. And that's worth it, because... You really won't get much use out of the shockwave after, because you're not going to be able to use it during the Ancestors Eclipse push. And that's kind of when you're going to win or lose your game. So I would have shockwaved that. Now Wiz should be grabbing a town center. The army production needs to stop. It should have actually already stopped. Because all you can really do is just push the ISIS into his base. So what that means is the ISIS has to gather from a slower food source, which is the cattle here. And Wiz should be grabbing a... Oh. Should be grabbing a town center, preferably this one. Oh, you don't want to lose the Villi. Oh, man. You could actually, with these Terma, path block the Sphinx here and kill it. Anytime you can kill the free myth units for the ISIS is so valuable because of the boost they get with Ancestors Eclipse. Well, the Eclipse boost. Alright, could maybe park... Oh, there's a hole in the wall! That sucks! Oh, Wiz needs to be careful not to lose all his Terma here. He's lost 1, losing 2, and a 3rd, and... Oh, that's a train wreck. 4 Terma for very little value. He did get the Pharaoh off of Empowerment during Prosperity, but it's still a losing deal for Wiz. And okay, we are seeing pre-siege from the ISIS here. Is Wiz gonna age up? He is. He's going semi-fast heroic. Oh, I would think it's better to grab your town center and just fight classical age. And we are making a siege workshop. Okay, so yeah, pre-siege gets this technology that makes priests cheaper, and they also heal faster, so it makes them really hard to kill them. Because if you don't kill them, then they just heal up right away. Going up with Hyperion, which basically all you get out of that is a myth unit. Because Chaos doesn't work on siege towers, nor does it work on heroes. Oh, you might be able to pick off this Sphinx. No, you can't shockwave now because of the monument. Maybe trying to kill a priest here. This is, though, a pretty slow push by AHY with how defensive he built. And he doesn't even have a siege tower being built yet. And now we're up with Hyperion. Oh, it's better than the worst of the best. It's best of the worst and better than the worst of the best. But yeah, very slow siege tower. And Wiz is making Arcus probably? Oh, he just planted down 4 barracks here. Oh, Contarius. Okay, so he's gonna get Contarius and maybe get the Pierce Armor upgrade. Okay, he did. Yo, what's up, Zebchi? We're in game number 3 here of our best of 7. Alrighty. So the Chaos used, unfortunately, got the Sphinx instead of the Scorpion Man. Now we have all these Villies coming forward. Okay, they're coming to this gold mine. Wiz has used Valor again. Alright. AHY might actually be out of... Yeah, he's out of gold right now. Wiz could make... If Wiz pushes here... Okay, Shockwave to hopefully get the Scorpion Man. Contarius. Oh, you should send one Contarius in to finish it. Oh. It was one shot away. That's too bad. Lost 3 Terma and used Shockwave. And now this Wiz should not fight this yet. Picks off the... Okay, well actually as long as the AHY is shooting at the Contarius are fast enough to avoid the Fowler. Okay, now Wiz just needs to run. He actually, that was pretty good of him to get the Ancestor's Eclipse out here. Just needs to be careful not to lose his Contarius. We'll lose probably 1 Villy. It's not the end of the world. Oh, these Scorpion Men are really badly spotted here. Oh, Wiz could have gotten one with a little bit better surrounded with that Contarius. But yeah, you want the forward Ancestor's Eclipse here is really good for Wiz, because that means the Ancestors won't still be alive when it comes time for the big push on the base. So Wiz actually has a decent army composition here. He's actually losing a lot of Arcus, though. These Arcus should have garrisoned. Or at least, like, Reap, like, oh. He lost, like, 4 or 5 Arcus there. And we'll lose, okay. This isn't good, though. Wiz is kind of funneling his units in one at a time here. Okay, get on the Scorpion Man. They're almost dead. Okay, 1 dead. Get this hero on the other one. Wiz should still be able to hold... Oh, come on. Come on. Your hero Contarius, man. Get it. Oh, well, okay. The Scorpion Man runs to meet the hero Contarius. Oh, he wants to kill this Scorpion Man. Okay, he'll get him. Oh, watch out for your Villies. Needs to garrison the one that's almost dead. And then circle in the other ones over here. I don't know, I think Wiz lost just a few too many units. Okay. Should start fighting these siege. Does he have Shockwave up yet? Oh, soon before Shockwave. Oh, not for a while yet. Because if you could Shockwave all the siege towers at the same time, you could actually kill quite a few of them. Wiz is kind of not that. He doesn't have the eco right now to do what he needs to do. I'm gonna lose a Villy. Garrison. Okay. Yeah, Wiz just lost a few too many units one at a time there. He needed to garrison all of his Arcus. And I don't know. I don't think that a semi-fast heroic is the thing to do here. I don't think you get value out of that. I think you stay 2 town center. Now we have 2 villies that are almost dead. So yeah, that's gonna be a 3-0 so far. And all sorts of villies dying. Wiz did not play this very well either. I don't think you win with the semi-fast heroic. Because you're basically spending 1,300 resources just to get a Contarius access. Because you don't get anything out of Chaos. You don't really get anything out of your Satyr. I think your 1,300 resources are better spent on a bunch of Murmillo. And a second town center. And then you have just... Sure, your units aren't quite as good because the Contarius is really good in this situation. But... you'd have so many more Murmillo. I mean, 1,300. 800 food, 500 gold. That's like 14, 15 Murmillo he would have. Yeah. Do you? I don't know. But, well, AHY didn't struggle against it. I mean, Wiz could have done better. But, yeah, I think, too, he made a bunch of buildings. Like, he really only needed to make one counter barracks. He made a second one here that got destroyed. He needed to probably just make one, not quite so many Terma. And then, I don't know why he made 4 military barracks. He could have switched one of them out with a fortress instead. Than the 4 barracks. Because the 4 barracks, what's the point? I mean, you're going to be able to make maybe 1 round of Contarius with that, and then you're out of food. So, yeah, you eliminate 2 barracks and a counter barracks. And you'd be able to do that. I don't think Contarius do. It's the Cataspeltes that gets the bonus. Contarius just have a high attack. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't need 4 barracks. But we're at a 3-0, and Wiz is in the chat. Oh, is he watching this out of shame when he gets swept, or is he watching it because he's just been playing around these first 3 games? And now is he going to watch himself win the last 4 and be utterly glorified on stream? Okay, so Fox knows this matchup a whole lot better than I do. So he's saying fast heroic is proper, just a little bit different units. Anyway, we are going to move on to game number 4. Isis. So he's switching to Isis on this map, which actually is a good call here. Because Anatolia, so remember that these maps are pre-picked. So they know going into this that it's going to be Anatolia. Not sure why AHY is not going to just eat his boar here. It seems a little bit odd to me. But this is probably one of Isis's best maps in 1v1 is Anatolia. And I would say Isis has a pretty decent advantage against Set on this map. So as far as looking at god choices, it's good for Wiz. I'm kind of surprised AHY wouldn't go Isis here. Instead he went Set. And maybe he was expecting Wiz to stay with Aranos. But Wiz is getting his hunt, and for some reason unknown to me, AHY is not hunting his. I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, boar gather so much faster than chickens, even without hunting dogs. I know he's wanting to convert them, but I don't know. I mean, you could maybe convert 2, and then eat the other 2 boar and goats you find. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out for him. Town centers, as is typical on Anatolia, are right smack in the middle of the map. The gold is right smack in the middle of the map too. We have a double gold mines in each player's base, and each player should get, as long as the map didn't bug out, 9 fish aside. And it looks like we've got that. Yeah, 9, 9, 9, and 9. How is Wiz's Egyptian play? I think it's okay. I think it falters in team games to a certain extent, but I think he's decent. Wish should be able to win this. I think ISIS kind of is a pretty good, I wouldn't say maybe counter, but ISIS should be able to win this, I think, pretty easily against a set. But you do have, so maybe what AHY is doing is really valuing stopping Wiz from getting on this water over here, because if he can prevent Wiz from docking on this side of the map, then basically AHY wins this this side of the water for free, basically, which that's always huge. Don't know what's going on here. Got a wolf here. Oh, maybe he was walling himself off of the wolf. And we'll need... Okay, there's the more... So the question is, will Wiz send one Villy up here to kind of his doom? Or will he double up? I would think he'd only send one at first, and then would be kind of unhappy with what he sees. Though Wiz can wait to grab this. It's not quite as ideal, but given the circumstances, would be better just to wait until Classical Age and grab this with the courtesy of the help from his free myth unit. So he will send a poor lady up here who will walk all the way up here and be greeted by animals. And that probably won't turn out so well for her. What relic we got? Temple Improvements, cheaper. Basically does nothing. And the other relic is Secrets of the Titans, less expensive. Alright, well, Wiz is about to find his lady getting beset upon with boar. And I guess she will just shoot at them to her doom. Oh, nope, no, she'll try running. And doesn't get to surround here. I think the boar are slightly faster, 4.5 speed to 3.8, yeah. Oh, he's trying to get this path block with this boar right here, and I think, yep, he's got it now. So, she hath been killed. AHY will be advancing up a little bit sooner. Alright, so now Wiz is sending all 3 up. He wants to get on this map, on this water up here. This is why he's got 260 wood in the bank, because he went really heavy on wood and currently can't use it. Okay, so should be aging up pretty quickly here. Set is now up about 550. Wiz is up also about 550, but minus 6 fish at this point. We'll probably see just a little bit of kind of boat harass on the water. Nothing too exciting, just a little bit of making boats go idle, and then just, you know, maybe like 5 or 6 on each side. It's typically kind of about what you see. And then 3. If Wiz has his 3 Villies here, he can fight this off, but they are separated. And Wiz is going to... Spoilers! That's just spoilers for meaning don't put spoilers in the chat, my man. Alright, well, he is running these away. Set get the slight bonus speed upon reaching Classical Age on the animals. Technically, it's the end of the nerf. Is the slight decrease of animal speed in Archaic Age, and then they get their full speed once we reach Classical. Going forward, is he grabbing a town center? Looks like he is. So this is when Set grabs map control, so he's going to be grabbing that town center. And we'll see how quickly players get their per sign upgrades. Not yet. Wiz is making a few boats on the bottom, and they are both making boats on the top. AHY, so what Wiz's reaction to this should just be straight fast heroic, and then attempting to do a siege push onto here with Ancestor's Eclipse while winning water with the Eclipsed Leviathan. Because AHY will advance slightly slower now because he grabbed that town center. So Wiz needs to get more fishing ships though down here. You really get more value out of your fishing ships as you do the cabinets at this point. Like if you're kind of choosing between cabinets and fishing ships, you make fishing ships instead. And he's not making any. Has the wood. Almost up, actually. More fishies is the correct terminology. Oh, watch out though. He doesn't want to lose his boats for no good reason. And he might here. Okay, alright. Well, actually could park them right here and prevent these. Oh, come on, Wiz. Get your fishies. Doesn't even have per sign yet. Aging. Oh, he's getting per sign, and now he's losing his boats down on the bottom. Just be careful here. HY going real forward with his animal army here. I guess they all want to die or something. Very peculiar. Yeah, I guess animals are free, so what's the big deal? Oh, HY kind of ungarrisoned prior to the fishing ship dying. Okay. Yeah, he needs to get more fishing ships so that he can maybe get some LEs out of this too. LEs, a couple siege workshops, and he can push through here. Time is of the essence for Wiz right now. If he can kill the town center here, he would probably win. If he does not kill the town center, he loses. And the key to killing it is the quick assault. So a little bit slow in getting his Migdol. And is AHY advancing yet? Actually is not advancing. This is a little bit slow, I feel like, for a double TC grab. We'll be up just before 10 minutes. Wiz is getting the second fishing ship upgrade. Also building the siege works first. I like that, because you want to get your siege towers out first. So it should pump up the siege towers. Yep, he's got resources for one. There we go. Leviathan. Wiz just needs to be careful so that when he makes Ancestor's Eclipse that he's got his Leviathan up here. Because the Leviathan Eclipsed actually is super high value. A ton of attack and the speed to catch up to everything. Except maybe for hammer ships. So hopefully Wiz doesn't forget about the Leviathan. Oh, but losing the Sphinx though. Okay, elephants, yep. Siege, yep. What is... Oh, okay, he's going for the Migdol here. A lot of idols here. Kind of prematurely went down here. Okay, the Migdol unit placement will be pretty decent. Okay, he's not forgetting about his... Okay, Ancestor's Eclipse. I like this, because he's going to prevent the Migdol here, or should at least. And well, he's using Ancestor's Eclipse before the Priest upgrade can come into play too. So we'll maybe, how much gold does AHY have though? He's got, well, now he's got a ton more because of that. 600. Oh, come on, you got to get on the town center though. Watch your Scorpion Man. Don't know how this is gonna go for him. Mercenaries and the Villies here. Don't know. What's his Leviathan doing? Oh, needs to get on the other Leviathan. Yeah, the Mercenaries are just able to do so much damage. This Leviathan needs to attack the other Leviathan. There we go. Will he get it? If he needs to get it down and keep it down. Looks like he will get it down. Okay. Now we have the answering ancestors, which I think would be AHY's time to re-grab the town center. He has the resource. AHY actually has a ton of resources right now. Not looking so good for Wiz, and his Leviathan will die. Okay. Look at all these chariots here, just sitting around. Okay. Can he keep the town? He's tried to get that monument up too, but didn't quite get it up in time. And AHY does have the slight advantage on this water, and down here it's pretty much equal yet. Does he have Persign? Oh, he does have Salt and Fora. That's the second one. Oh, these chariots are... I don't know why he's fighting the almost dead ancestors here. This one Wadget. So it looks like the town center will go back up. This has a ton of food. Could really use a couple more elephants. It's actually a good placement of this siege workshop here, because if the siege tower wants to get at the town center, it's got to go through the siege workshop first. And if he were to push forward, he might have been able to get to the town center, but I think it's too late now. Yeah, if he would have gone in right away, he might have been able to prevent it. But that hurts. Needs to be able to keep it down. Did defend up here, but needs to get his fishing ships back out and fishing. And now has this remainder of the HP of the Leviathan. Getting the town center. The chariots here roaming around, kind of getting in bad spots. We'll see if HY is good enough to kind of micro so that his chariots aren't shooting at the siege workshop or siege tower, which so far they aren't. And you kill three spears and a chariot while they're all shooting at a siege tower. We'll get the town center up, and the Sphinx is attracting a lot of... Oh, wants to kill that Wadget. Okay, got it. Alright, HY is grabbing that third town center, though. Has a ton of gold. This random elephant down here. Wish will probably need to wall this off so he can get his town center. Because actually, Wiz is in a pretty rough spot as far as grabbing his town center here. With where his army is. AHY with the town center here is able to kind of flip his aggression back and forth between these two sides. And Wiz, if he wants to defend, will have to run a lot further away. So Wiz will probably have a hard time getting his town center. He can actually get a pretty big gold block here. Though AHY has the army to defend. See if Wiz is able to get this. Like, he almost needs to at least like get a Scorpion Man if he has the eco or the favor, I guess. Yeah, HY is able to defend with the chariots here, so won't really be the end of the world for him. Water is not looking good for Wiz either. He's losing on this bottom. It's really just a few siege workshop or siege ships too that is kind of causing the problems for Wiz. Alright, now comes his chariots. Just needs to watch out for his chariots shooting at the siege tower here. His siege tower taking a ton of damage. Okay, what is Wiz doing? He doesn't have a whole lot of gold. AHY might be aging up soon. AHY is getting pretty far ahead here. Oh, Villy's kind of had a death wish. Okay, killed a few Villies. Get that spearman. Wiz getting that town center, but he's been pushed off of water. Like, completely pushed off at this point, and that's not good. Oh, look at that micro running those chariots away. Alright, I can get behind that. Could actually stop this mining going on. Yeah, and he will. There's a lot of vills that are idle right now, and they're all going to come back up to that gold mine. Actually, AHY only has these 2 gold mines left, though he does have 1,000 still in his base. But AHY might be aging up. Yeah, Horus. That's going to be rough. 50% up. A lot of siege towers here. Okay, nice raids though from Wiz to kind of help him stay in the game. AHY doesn't really have much of a defending. Oh, Wiz should have gone forward. Wiz doesn't really need to defend with his chariots here, because there's not a lot of units to kill Villies. Like, really, these chariots would have been much more higher value continuing on with the raid, because there's so few units that the chariots can really... I mean, the 2 elephants don't really matter. It's just a siege, but the Villies and the spears can handle it. Wiz could have come up here, and he could actually still go there. And now we have Horus up. Okay, tornado. Oh, way to run your units right into the tornado. Yeah, Wiz's ice isn't his best. Tornado kind of went the wrong way here. So the town center will actually not go down, but we got the Avenger. He will clean up a lot of stuff here. The Avengers are really good units. Kind of the myth unit you don't hear a lot about, the Avenger, but those dudes are tanks. And they do a ton of damage too. What's he's got for armor anyway? 60% hack. 40% pierce isn't super high. But with his speed he's able to avoid most units. Man, are we going to see a 4? We are a 4-0. I am very surprised by the results here. Uranus doesn't go in super well against the set. Like, of all matchups, Uranus v set is probably pretty rough, but I don't know. It didn't go the way I thought it would. Not a 4-0 anyway. So 4-0. AHY6UT, or AHY6UT, or however it's supposed to be pronounced. Alright, well that means I play AHY6UT in the next round. Which is okay by me, because as I said going in, is that I play much better versus Egyptian as I do versus Uranus. Which maybe now that means that Wahoo will play Uranus, but maybe he can't play it. So me versus AHY in the semifinals on the bottom half of the bracket. So I guess I should schedule with this guy. I kind of pre-scheduled against Wiz in case he won. So now I need to schedule against this other dude who I think's from Russia, which is going to cause some issues, I think. Scheduling, at least this week, because I work all weekend. But wow, 4-0. Oh, man. Yeah, I was in there saying he played poorly. I would concur with that. The problem is when you're Uranus into a set, you can't afford to play poorly just because of the early pressure that the set puts on. But yeah, you shouldn't lose. You shouldn't have lost the Vil Rush thing. Yeah, I think you just weren't expecting it, so you didn't prep it at all. But man, well, AHY played this pretty well. The good pressure with the boar up here, which that's why he ended up converting all of his boars, because he really wanted to value the water prevention on the top half, and that's what the boar did, and that put Wiz behind, because Wiz, I mean, we saw Wiz had like 200 wood and couldn't even build any more fishing ships, and then he had to send 3 Villies just to dock up here. which is a pretty significant early hit to the eco, which put Wizby a little bit behind what he wanted to be as far as pushing. Like if Wiz can push through, keep the town center and the Migdal down, it's a completely different game. But he was just a little bit too far behind to have the army he needed to do that. So couldn't quite get done what he needed to get done. We see Villy County significantly behind. Eco not too far behind, though some of it is prosperity kind of edging him up with his gold totals there. That's what prosperity does. But anyway, well, at least the one good thing of a 4-0. Sorry to see my old buddy, old pal Wiz lose. At least 4-0 means I don't have to stay up as late tonight doing these games. But it would be nice to see more than just a 4-0. But, so, let's take a look at the brackets now. We will update the brackets here into, oh, where are we? This one? Yep, there we go. So we need to get AHY6UT. Now, don't tell me what the other winners are, because I don't want to know, because I will end up at some point streaming the top players. Arrow, not a G, is 6. I'll stream the top players up at the top here. Nice to catch me live. Well, here's the bad thing, is that I'm about to go on live. Where's this? This chat, and it's hard to see all this crap. We'll put her up here. Just so I can see while I'm updating this. So Wiz versus HY. Okay, let's update this. So another 4-0. There we go. Well, this is a 0. Poor Wiz. He crushed his hopes and dreams. Did AHY. Let's try to at least get this somewhat aligned here, or misaligned. So HY 4-0, Chrono JJ 4-0. So we got a couple 4-0s down there on the bottom of the bracket. So me versus AHY. Let's say my name first. Miltiades Pro. When will you see me next? Okay. So it depends on when I'm able to schedule my game. So now I need to get into scheduling my games here, because I saved this for when I could stream without knowing the results. So now I need to schedule against AHY. This is a 0. Did I say that? So what's going to happen is we'll see about when I can schedule my games. But otherwise, if I'm not playing games like my tournament games tomorrow night, I'll end up streaming one of the other quarterfinals tomorrow night starting at the same time. So I started tonight about an hour and a half before now. So give me about an hour and a half before now tomorrow, and I'll either, I don't know if this, I doubt it would work to play. I nailed it this time. Sure. I doubt I'll be able to schedule to play him tomorrow. This time that would be doubtful because he's from Russia. But I think he's from Russia. So I'll probably end up being streaming probably, I don't know, one of the other 2 matchups. Mage v Swiss Boy, obviously, or Mr. Bo v my ISIS will be tomorrow night. And until then, that is it. It is 11 o'clock. I will probably get going to bed since I've been up since 5 because I worked. And now I'll get ready to go to bed. So thanks for watching, guys. It would be nice to have a little bit of a closer series here. But I guess it does aid in my sleep. But hopefully our other 2 series, when I stream them, will be closer. And hopefully me versus AHY6UT will be a good series. You know, I could drop a few to make it more interesting, just as long as I win. That's all right. But okay, so that's it for tonight. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all of you in the chat. Better luck next time, Wiz. But let's be real, you wouldn't have beat me anyway. But who knows? We'll see. So AHY6UT, a little bit of probably an Egyptian battle. I think I can handle that, but you never know. Maybe HY has got that thing going where his opponents play poorly. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. Happy Wednesday to all of you. You didn't want to make me feel bad in some ways. Well, I appreciate that. Well, yeah, have a happy Wednesday, guys. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow night, or maybe some other time, but likely tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, whatever that'd be. Same time tomorrow, a little bit earlier. But yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you around. Toodaloo, caribou.